Thank you for being here. Madam Secretary, when we spoke with Deputy Secretary Turk some time ago, at issue was the definition of clean hydrogen that DOE has proposed. We were very specific in the bipartisan infrastructure bill that should be about at the point of production, and yet the Department of Energy has made it a life cycle definition. How could, I mean, like, tell me, you weren't supposed to do that. You're going against Congress's explicit direction. So can you comment on how you felt you had the latitude to specifically go against that which Congress had directed?
The definition, I know, is about low emissions, right? And so the question about whether it's point or life cycle, I know has been significantly worked within the department. Maybe it would be helpful for us to sit down with the head of our joint strategy team on... That
would be great.
So
please,
that we can talk through that.
Because my office helped draft that, and we were very particular.
Okay.
And the law particularly states the way that we particularly wished it to particularly say. So as we speak about particulate matters or whatever else, you see where I'm going with that.
Let us particularly sit down and figure that out.
Also, in the IRA, let's see, here. Earlier, Senator Manchin asked you about a definition you provided to Treasury for battery manufacturing and processing. Now, the DOE decided to change the definition in the IRA and effectively undercut domestic producers, directly affecting projects such as the Sierra project in Louisiana. So again, it seems like they're changing definitions that were explicitly defined by Congress. Is that something else we should meet upon?
Well, we certainly can, but the definition of how the DOE has recommended to Treasury was directly from the bipartisan infrastructure law, which had a definition of processing in there. They didn't want to go back and redo what Congress had just passed. So they used for the IRA the same definition as was in the bill.
So have I been misinformed? Because it's my understanding that the rule that DOE put out, the definition that DOE put out, was different than the one explicitly stated.
No, I think what Senator Manchin was referring to was that there was a grant that was given in the battery grants to a company under manufacturing, and that's the provision that they applied under. We didn't move them around. They would have qualified under either being a processor or a manufacturer. We left them where they were, but we didn't redo the definition.
Okay. Now, going on, the Office of Clean Energy Demonstrations, or OSED, is supposed to help establish demonstration projects. It's missing deadlines all over the place. It really is. Initially announced and then changed by a DOE. A deadline set forward in the infrastructure bill, changed, and then again missed. We can send you chapter and verse on that. The OSED budget, though, wants more funding to go after projects not authorized in the Energy Act or the infrastructure bill. And so it just, if you're not accomplishing the task set before you by law and you want more responsibility and more money, that just doesn't seem to kind of, it seems inconsistent.
Well, I mean, they have been working incredibly hard to get all of these programs and the funding for them out. I'm not sure which ones deadlines were missed, so I'd
send
like
you back up on that.
Well, yeah, that would be great. But they are going to be a center of excellence within the department on large-scale demonstration projects, which is something the Department of Energy hasn't done in the past. They've done small-scale demonstrations, but these are large-scale projects like the hubs, direct air capture hubs.
Big responsibility, which I guess is begging the question why they want additional responsibilities.
Well, what we want to have them do is to make sure they have the skill sets as well as the ability to, on a long-term basis, advise other arms of the department on these major demonstration projects to be the center of excellence. So we're really proud of what they're doing. And
last question, just because I'm out of time. I understand the department has met with LNG exporters about a clean gas standard in order to measure methane emissions. Can you tell us about the nature of the conversations and the major themes discussed, the next steps, the specifics that buyers are looking for as regards cleanliness of U.S. gas?
Yeah, I'm happy to. I think it is important that when we do exports particularly of LNG, but also, gas that's inside the United States, that we button down our methane. And I think the industry believes that as well, because it's a waste to have methane vented. So the question is, how do you do that in a way that certifies that this is this is gas, that where they've taken care of that methane, the methane emissions? Is there an independent entity, for example, that's trusted by all to be able to help certify that? And those are the kinds of discussions we're having. It's still in the formulative stage, and we're happy to talk with you about input, but we are meeting with industry to make sure that we get it right.
Yeah, I look forward to that and would like to be engaged.
Great.
Thank you, I yield.